up everyone, iPhotography here. This is kind of a quick recap video of my VidCon experience. I have been home for about 4 days now. I did get home Sunday night. This is my second take of the video. The first take actually did not record. So this is kind of more of a what happened at VidCon, which I'm going to try and go through as quick as possible, as well as what I learned from VidCon, because I've only been to 2 VidCons this year, VidCon 2014 and VidCon 2012. This one was quite bigger than VidCon 2012, with 18,000 people in attendance. I don't quite recall what the attendance was of the VidCon back in 2012, but I know it wasn't 18,000. So my journey kind of starts off on Wednesday. You know, it was a long drive to Anaheim. We did stop by Venice. We also stopped by Starbucks. I don't remember where the Starbucks was located at, but at the Starbucks, my friend Dan and I, we tried the new Starbucks Physio sodas, which are only available in Southern California. So I'm assuming we were at a Starbucks in Southern California. After that, we got to LA, we dropped off our bags in our hotel, we checked in, and we registered for the event. After that, there was a group of people that we kind of became friends with, we kind of mingled with, called the Lone Wolves. And there are a couple Lone Wolves who I feel like have become my best friends. We spent pretty much, not the days together, but all the nights together. Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, even Saturday night we spent together for hours on end until 2 in the morning. So this group of people have become some of the closest friends I've had, and I feel like I'm connected to them because of this online community, because of YouTube. So basically we met with a whole group of Lone Wolves, which is separate from this smaller group. And basically there's about a good 30 to maybe 40 Lone Wolves that walked over to basically to go eat. A group of about 14 of us, including Dan and I, went to the Cheesecake Factory. Others went to P.F. Chang's and other places in this little shopping area. I don't remember the name. It was by Disneyland, of course, because Anaheim's in Disneyland. But it wasn't downtown Disney. After Cheesecake Factory, Dan and I were planning to head over to the K1 Speedway, I believe it's called, for the VidCon pre-party, but we decided to hang out with a group of, I believe, about 12 to 13 other Lone Wolves, and these are the 12 to 13 other Lone Wolves that I did become close with, very close with. These are the ones that I did talk about becoming very good friends with, practically to the point where I have become best friends with them. We went bowling, which I suck at. If you haven't seen me bowl, don't. I got a 4 on the first game. I did improve later on in the second game. I don't know by how much, but it was boys versus girls. Girls did won, but boys were only behind by a couple points. No thanks to me, because I suck at bowling. I'm going to be honest with that. After that, we went to one of our friends' house to play cards, not house, but hotel room, suite, whatever, to play Cards Against Humanities, which we played until about 2 in the morning. And then after that, you know, we kind of just were tired and went to sleep. The next day was Thursday. We went to the expo hall, which I did get a short little clip of. I didn't vlog much, I didn't record much during VidCon, because I was trying to enjoy the experience more without a camera pointing at my face or pointing at anyone else's face. I did get like a short little clip, which I'll insert now, so if you want to just skip it, it's about a minute. What's up guys, I'm at the 5th annual VidCon video convention. I'm here with Dan. Hi guys, I'm here with Dan Lee. We're everything I have to offer. There's the merch alley. They also have the expo hall, which is on the other side. This VidCon is actually bigger than the one we went to about, what was it, 2 years ago? And we're gonna go to the Shades Arts meetup great. Straight Charts meetup, and then I haven't planned my day yet. This guy's planned everything.
Of course.
He has it in a Google Docs. Who carries their schedule in Google Docs? This guy right here. It's my charger right there. And I am just kind of enjoying the experience, seeing what VidCon has to offer this year as opposed to the one we went to 2 years ago. Unfortunately, we didn't go last year for various reasons. But for now, I'm just going to explore. I'll see you guys later. Peace. And basically, during the expo hall, I did meet Jimmy Wong, who is Freddie Wong's brother, as well as the star of Video Game High School and a couple other YouTube. He's a musician, and Feast of Fiction, there you go, that's the other thing. And I did get to take a picture with him. I will do a photo montage at the end of this video with some of the YouTubers that I met during VidCon 2014. After that, we went to a bigger Lone Wolves meetup where we played Ninja, kind of to prepare for the Philip DeFranco / SourceFed Ninja tournament. I unfortunately did not take part in that tournament for one main reason, which I will discuss later on. And during us playing Ninja, Mystery Guitar Man came over and was like, "Hey guys, if you want to be in my next video, come along." So we went to the Awesomest TV area with Mystery Guitar Man. They gave us a piece of paper that had like a design on it and was like, fill out as much as possible, fill out as much as possible. So I just kind of started drawing things, and kind of from there, basically I handed it in, and kind of just went back, kind of hung around with my friends, who are people that I can call my friends now because we are connected through this community. I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over again, but it's true. We did watch Frozen that night. I left after Let It Go because I am kind of tired of Frozen. So it was, VidCon broke the world record for 7,000 people singing along to Frozen. It was an amazing feat to watch Frozen with 7,000 other people. But after Let It Go, I was done. No more Frozen for me. After that, we did go see Boyce Avenue on the Main Stage Arena concert series. Boyce Avenue is an amazing group. The one song that I wanted to hear them play, and that they did play, was One Life. And I was so happy that they played with it. They played that song, because that song is amazing. After that, it was more just hanging out, kind of doing our own things, just kind of walking around, just doing what friends do, hanging out till 2 in the morning again that night, which we did again. And then basically on Friday, first thing I did was I went to an open mic. The only reason why I went to an open mic on the Awesomest TV stage was the fact that Ali Speed was co-hosting with Michael Buckley. And Ali Speed is someone I'm a fan of. I also got to meet Datev and Kevin. Lady Dottie is Datev's channel, her and Kevin's channel. And Justin Speed, who is Prince Yeti on YouTube. Justin Speed is Ali Speed's brother. So I got to meet them, and I kind of was able to actually nonchalantly chat with Justin Speed as if he was a normal person, because he is. After that, I went to the question and answer session with iJustine and Jenna Azarek, where I got to learn more about them, learn more about their passions, learn more about what they do and how they do it. Because some of these people on YouTube are amazing at what they do, and they get all these brands to want to sponsor them. So a lot of people ask questions about themselves to learn more about iJustine and Jenna. After that, I did get into the line for Guide to Vlogging, which was Shay Carl was in, iJustine was in, Fun for Louie was in. Unfortunately, for all these panels, there was a capacity, so I wasn't able to get into the whole panel. I got in for the last 10 minutes, which is good because the next one I wanted to go to, Building Communities, was in that same room. Building Communities was featuring Charles Trippy, Wheezy Waiter, Philip DeFranco, and a couple other YouTubers whose name I forgot, I'm so sorry. And what they did was they talked about what a community is. What's the difference between a subscriber and a viewer, and how a community has changed YouTube. VidCon is a community, but it's not the same as it was back in 2012. I'll talk about those later, but it's changed. That's something for sure. After we did watch Earth to Echo, featuring just featuring these 4 celebrities that I've never heard of, and I understand why they wanted to show this during this event. If you haven't seen Earth to Echo, go ahead and watch it. You'll understand why. Remember, I went to VidCon, which is an online video convention, and I got to see it before the rest of the world because the film didn't come out till Tuesday. I got to see it last Friday. After Earth to Echo, we did watch George Watsky as well as We the Kings, both of which are amazing artists. We the Kings is one of my favorite bands, and the fact that during Watsky and We the Kings, the crowd went wild. Both of Watsky as well as We the Kings, which is a band, they were able to rile the crowd up and just make everyone go wild, as usual at a concert. After that, or Lone Wolves just hanging out. Usually, these past 4 nights I spent with some really good people, some people that have become my best friends. I'll talk about why later on in the video, but I'm just going to kind of keep going on, do a quick recap of the week. I will place one of the We the King songs now. If you want to skip it, it's about 5 minutes long. Go ahead and skip through it and go back to more of me just talking. And now it's Saturday. And basically, first thing I did was I went to the Shaytards question and answer session with my friend Dan as well as my friend Juan, who I made at VidCon. I was able to ask them a question, as well as a lot of other people were able to ask him a question, as well as tell them how much Shay Carl and Shay Loss and the Shaytards have changed people's lives. And you wouldn't expect, a family that puts their videos online to change people's lives, but they do. And it's an amazing thing. After that, I went to the Ali Speed photo signing. I was expecting the line to be longer than it was, but it wasn't super long. I was able to get a photo with Ali as well as talk to her about pets, because she has a dog named Chico. And I was like, hey, how's Chico doing? And then she started kind of conversating for a good 30 seconds to a minute. Unfortunately, we had to keep them brief because there were other people who wanted to take a picture. This year's VidCon, though, they did do something different. Basically, what happened this year's VidCon is they hired a company to take professional photos, and they gave you a card to redeem those photos. They did say no selfies, but people still took selfies. I took a selfie with the Ali Speed, which is why I still haven't redeemed my card. And yeah, that's something I don't remember from 2012. After that, I did go to, it's on YouTube, but it looks like TV panel featuring Benny Fine, Anna Akana, and a couple other YouTubers who talked about wanting to be on TV, who talked about switching from this new media to getting on the television screen. The Fine brothers have a TV show coming on Nickelodeon called React to That, which is something they mentioned during the panel, and a lot of these other YouTubers talked about wanting to get their things on television to grow the audience. And people ask questions and they kind of learn more about how to do that, or how they feel about things like that, as well as how they feel about TV coming into this new media space, which is a question I actually was able to ask Benny Fine one-on-one, and he just told me it depends on how they do it. It depends on, if you look at Ellen and all these late shows, this is something that other companies should be looking at. After that, I went to the Pranking Without Being a Douche panel featuring Magic of Real Hot, Justy Wellen, Stuart Edge, It's Jill Striff, and one other panelist I forgot. So sorry, I forgot your name. I am currently recording this on my iPhone, so I can't really look at my schedule to see who's who. And basically, it was more a panel about pranking and what limits prankers would take and how to prank, and more just about pranking in general. After this panel, I was able to take a picture with Rahat, Gina, and Jesse Wellens from PvP. Rahat's not from PvP, he's from Magic of Rahat. So I was able to take a picture, which will be shown in my montage at the end of this video. And then that night, we did go see The Fault in Our Stars with about a good 5,000 to 7,000 people. And this was my first time seeing it, and it was a good movie. I'm so glad that John Greenwood was able to get this movie on the big screen and was able to get it widely spread across the country, as well as to other countries. Just the fact that he started off as a YouTuber, and then he wrote a book, and then from his book, he has a film. And this film is a really good film. After The Fault in Our Stars, we wanted to go to VidCon Prom, but first we had to take a Lone Wolves VidCon Prom photo. Unfortunately, because The Fault in Our Stars was a long movie and it took a while for us to all gather for the prom photo, prom was at capacity. Apparently there was a fire marshal there that wouldn't let anyone else in. So there was a small group of people playing a uke by the fountain area where we took the photo, and we kind of joined along in a campfire sing-along type thing. And it was amazing, just the fact that a bunch of people can be united by a uke. And we sang I'm Yours, we sang Hey Soul Sister, we kind of just hung around, just talked with each other, kind of mingled, learned more about our friends, and took photos and things like that. After that, it was about a good 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't quite remember. We just kind of hung out, did our own thing. Basically, we were tired and we went to sleep. So that was kind of it for VidCon, in terms of VidCon in itself. The next morning, Dan and I did wake up. We did go to IHOP with the rest of our Lone Wolves crew. There was about 3 to 4 tables filled with Lone Wolves, and these are double tables, like 2 tables together. And there was 3 or 4 of those filled with Lone Wolves. I did have a headache and I was tired, so I wasn't really feeling it that night, or that day actually, because this is the next morning. But this was the sad part, because the 13, 14, 15, however many people I spent a majority of that time with, those nights playing Cards Against Humanity, bowling, singing Frozen, watching Voice Avenue, We the Kings, Watsky. The group of people I spent my time with, who I'm not going to mention all their names because there's too many of them, it was sad to say goodbye. I'm not going to lie. After IHOP, we did have to say goodbye. We couldn't go to Disneyland just because I had to work Monday morning. And it was hard to say goodbye, because these are people that I won't see for 365 days or however many days are between VidCon 2014 and VidCon 2015, which I do plan on going to. And, it was, after that, it was just Dan and I kind of just checking out of the hotel and going to downtown Disney and shopping and going home. That was pretty much it. I did make some really good friends, I'm not gonna lie. People who I feel connected to because of this t-shirt, VidCon 2015. As well as the fact that we're connected by online video. And I'm gonna miss these guys. In terms of some things that VidCon can improve for next year, like I said, I do remember waking up around 6, 7 in the morning most days actually, nights, days, whatever, I don't remember. And there was a huge line just to get into the convention, unless you wanted to go to the main stage. But the line was like, for example, let's say the expo hall was here, and the main stage arena was here. The line was up to here, and it wrapped around, basically. And basically, they only had one door open to let people in. There was a whole different signing issue, which I don't want to discuss because the only signing I went to was Ali's speed signing, so I didn't really get to have to deal with any of that. But I wish there was a better way of forming this kind of line or letting people into VidCon. Maybe opening multiple doors or opening a signing door, main stage door, expo hall door, panel door. Having separate lines for that. Because I was really afraid I was going to miss the Shaytards Q&A because that was the first thing that happened Saturday at 9:30 in the morning. And it was 9:30 and we still weren't in. They weren't letting anyone in. Luckily, they did wait for us before they started the Q&A. But I just feel like the lines were a big part of VidCon this year. There was a lot of lines, waiting in lines for panels, waiting in lines for getting in the convention hall, waiting in lines for food. Yeah, it's things that shouldn't have super long lines, but it's understandable. There's 18,000 people. Another good thing about VidCon though is the food trucks. So basically, there's this kind of, I guess you can say walkway. I wouldn't say walkway, it's more of a stage kind of area. There's a convention center, there's the fountain, and there's this whole, I don't know what it's called really, but it's kind of like a meeting place where there was like food trucks lined up on both sides. So there was like food truck here, food truck here, food truck here, food truck here. That was something that wasn't present in 2012. It started last year actually. So the fact that I didn't have to go far just to get food, I can just go to a food truck. And these weren't, you know, your regular food trucks. These were like gourmet food trucks, and with different ideas. You know, I had corn dogs. I had I didn't have pizza. There was a Pizza Hut in the Marriott that I went to. I had shaved ice. And the fact that they wanted to keep people within this area, which is the convention center area, and by having food in that is a fantastic idea. And I'm looking forward to them doing it again next year, hopefully with different food trucks each year, because I do plan on going each year. Another thing that I believe VidCon can change is the fangirls. There was a lot of fangirls. There was a lot of mobbing. There was a VidCon code of conduct, which includes don't interrupt YouTubers while they're eating, don't interrupt them while they're trying to get somewhere. Some other rules, which I don't remember because I don't have it with me, but there was a lot of mobbing. There was fangirls running after O2L, British YouTubers, Shay Carl, and all these other YouTubers were being chased. I even saw fangirls running up the down escalator just to get to their favorite YouTuber. So if there was maybe a different way to handle that, not saying fangirls shouldn't come to these conventions, but there should be a different way to handle it. But like I said, VidCon 2014 was amazing. I am sad to be home, as you can tell. This time, it's 10:23 right now. This time last week, which is a Thursday, I'm going to turn over my notes. I would be in the expo hall exploring or with my lone wolves. I made some amazing friends that I feel connected to because of YouTube videos, because of this online community, and I won't get to see them for a long time. VidCon 2014, I do miss it, but I guess I just have to get through the days and get through the year, and hopefully VidCon 2015 will be amazing. Just the fact that I have friends who I look forward to meeting too, which is why I now know why these YouTubers look forward to going to Vlogger Fair, Playlist Live, VidCon, is because they don't get to see all these YouTubers that are their friends all the time. And the fact that I understand now, and I can't wait to see my friends next year and hopefully get better at bowling, is amazing. And I don't know how many days away from VidCon we are, 2015. I don't know if it's going to be June, July, August, but I'm excited to see them again, and that's all I can say. VidCon is amazing, And thank you, John, Hank, volunteers, crew, security, everyone and all the friends I've made for making this year's VidCon an amazing experience. But for now, this is iPhoneography signing off.